Welcome to another video, guys. In this video, we're going to be sharing with you 5 things that we wish we knew before we traveled to Vietnam. And we just got back from Vietnam literally around a month ago. So we have a lot of exciting things to share with you that will save you hours and hours, maybe even days of searching things online, and also potentially saving you some money as well while you're traveling to Vietnam.
So welcome everybody, we are back. This is Josh and Polly. And for those of you who are new, like Josh mentioned, we are traveling for nearly 1 year. That's crazy. And today is the time that we're going to share with you all the amazing tips about beautiful country, Vietnam. And especially we're going to focus on the place that we were staying at, which is Ho Chi Minh.
So in this video, we're going to share with you anything to do with Vietnam in general. But yeah, our blinders will be kind of skewed in the sense whereby we only saw Ho Chi Minh. But there are some things that you do need to prepare for, especially before you go to Vietnam in general, that we will be sharing in this video too.
That's why let's move very smoothly to point number 1. Depending which country you're traveling from, what is really and super important, you need to check if you need a visa. And we're going to attach the link down in descriptions where you can check that country that you coming from needs visa. Like for example, Josh is from UK and he could go to Vietnam for 14 days without visa. I'm Polish and I needed to have visa anyway. And you can stay in Vietnam with a visa of 30 days long.
So one thing that you need to bear in mind, 2 things actually are very crucial with this visa point. One is that, for example, for us, we were traveling for 30 days. I had 14 days where I didn't need a visa, but then also I could still get a visa after. So if you're traveling for 14 days, what we did, because the visa application can take anywhere between 1 week to even a month in some cases, and sometimes we've had it takes even longer. So what we did, not to risk traveling there and then not getting a visa in time for me to stay longer, we just got one whole visa. I got a 30-day visa, Polly got a 30-day visa, we got visas like that. You could risk it and just go for the 2 weeks and also pre-apply for a visa after those 2 weeks, but you got to plan your thing out very carefully to see when you need your visa for. But the second thing, and this was a big thing, we actually applied for the visas, we did it all perfectly.
And here you can see what's going to happen. This is the link that you can apply for visa to go to Vietnam, and we're going to also add in the description so you can easily just press go there and do the procedure.
So very easy for you, but one thing you want to make sure is when you have applied for the visa and once you have actually got your visa back, all being well, it's all approved, then you want to actually check all the details. So for us, we actually went to the airport. After we got our visa back, the airport, we was traveling from Bali to Vietnam. When we got to the airport, the person, the air stewardess told us, this visa is incorrect, basically.
Yeah, it was my one, of course. Who else? She basically said, oh, but your expiry date is wrong on the application.
Expiry date of a passport.
Of my passport. And the funny thing is, it wasn't me who was filling up those details. So you're sending a copy of your passport, like a picture, and they do the visa application for you. So what does it mean? There, in the place when they deal with all the visas, they put my details of my passport wrong. And the lady at the point in Bali, she said, okay guys, you can't go. And we were like, what do you mean? Yeah, you just need to reapply for the visa. Imagine that, waiting for another 3 weeks, 30 days. Then we said, but our visa in Bali finishing today. So we are not allowed to stay in Bali. We are not allowed to go to Vietnam. Like, what's going to happen? She said, oh, because if you're going to Vietnam and you're going to be at the gate checks, they may not let you in. I was like, you know, we're going to take that risk. So what they did contact the Vietnamese airport, and they say, that's fine, we can come, we just need to pay a fee. Oh my gosh, I was already thinking, why I need to pay a fee for the mistake that is done by somebody else? Yeah, no one care about this, no one care, you want to pay, then you can go. And we're like, okay, that's fine.
So we got there in the end. Actually, we didn't have to pay in the end. It was all good.
No one even realized anything.
But
no one.
The main thing here that we wanted to share with you guys is when you've applied for your visa, don't just assume it's all done, even though you've entered all your details, right? Check the details as well on the visa. Does your passport details match up? Does your name match up? Does everything match up? If it doesn't, then obviously as soon as possible, get in contact with them and they should be able to fix it relatively quickly. But don't do what we did and just assume that we did our part, so that part should be all good. Make sure you check your visa,
Only trust
all
yourself.
the details.
Only trust yourself. So that's about visa. The other thing that probably most of you will be asking and wondering, what about the vaccinations? So the good news for all the vaccinated people, you can go. And the good news for all not vaccinated people, you can go too. So yeah, they're not checking vaccinations. It's pretty easy, pretty chill. So don't you worry. Free to go.
Obviously, this is as of 2023. It could change in the future. Maybe you have even less requirements. Maybe there are more requirements. So make sure to check for your particular country what it is in your time period that you're watching right now. But as of right now, for us,
there you go.
It's been perfect. So point number 2 is all to do with the weather. So what can you expect from the weather in Vietnam? Well, we were pleasantly surprised when we went. So we went in the months of around about February.
Yeah, because my birthday was in Vietnam. We went February. Yeah.
I was like, which month did we go? So we went around February till March. So we spent 1 month there, 30 days. Actually, we were fortunate because dry season in Vietnam is from December till around May. December to May. And then rainy season is obviously the other months. So
from June to November.
Boom, there.
And actually, when we went there, it was hot. Every single day, super sunny, super hot, super amazing. So if you're wondering which month to go, there you go in a month where there's a dry season, because you won't experience rain, you won't experience any storms. You will just have every day, you will wake up every day with beautiful sunrise, and you will go to sleep with beautiful sunset.
And this is coming from us as well. Like, we were surprised by the heat, and we came from Bali, right? We were in Bali. You know what Bali's like. You've seen all the videos. You've probably been. Some of you have been there.
Probably seen our videos, because if you haven't,
check those videos too, if you want to decide whether to go to Bali or Vietnam. But we were coming from Bali. It was already super hot there. It was kind of a bit of rainy season as well, so there was rain. But when we got to Vietnam, it was like a whole new level of heat. Like, it was so hot, so beautiful, so nice. So one thing we will say is we were in Ho Chi Minh. Obviously, if you're planning on going to Hanoi, there's a chance that it's generally a bit cooler in Hanoi. So you may need to bring a jacket, that sort of stuff, because yeah, the temperature in Hanoi is a bit different, bit cooler climate. But Ho Chi Minh for sure was like, in dry season, was 100% paradise weather.
Super hot. Okay, cool. That's all about weather. And now number 3, it's what to pack. And this is really important. Josh was thinking, like, I never understand why people at this point in the videos what to pack. What do you mean what to pack?
Why are we talking about what to pack? Maybe it's just, I guess it's just the guy mentality. I'm just like, what to pack? You pack the same thing everywhere. But actually, Polly does a really amazing stuff at packing, so she's the best one to talk about.
Exactly. I just want to say it since when you packing yourself.
I pack the same things everywhere. I pack my cap, my trousers, my t-shirts.
No,
socks.
to be honest, like, I did not wear a single time long sleeve in Vietnam. Nothing, no jacket, no jumper, no over, nothing. You know, even in the middle of the night, it is so hot and so nice that, trust me, you don't need to take anything. Obviously, if you feel you're the one that gets cold very quickly, like for example now, can you see it? I'm like that. Josh is wearing a jumper, so take one jumper just in case. But
we're not in Vietnam, just PS.
It's 34 degrees today.
Okay, same temperature as Vietnam, similar temperature.
We're in Malaysia, by the way. And then don't take too many clothes because everything is super cheap there. And prices are cheap, very cheap, I would say. And somewhere I even seen that they say...
You just said don't take any clothes.
Did they say don't take any clothes?
You want them to go naked?
Don't take many clothes, I said.
Oh, many clothes. I heard any clothes. I was like...
Okay, anyway, if you're thinking about taking cosmetics, shampoos, trust me, go there and you can buy for really cheap money. You know, all the stuff like the masks, creams and cosmetics, they're coming from Asian countries. You know, the Korean masks, for example, or mask from China. You can find everything there, and it's so cheap. So what I would say, that don't get crazy, don't fill it up with your luggage, because also you will buy so many stuff.
It's cheap and really good quality. Really good quality. Like,
I think it's this is the cheapest Asian country, Vietnam.
Yeah, for sure. So point number 4 is all to do with picking the location that you want to travel to. So like we said, we actually chose Ho Chi Minh for the reason that we was coming from Bali, a bit like island paradise, and we kind of wanted
nature.
A lot of nature, and we were missing a bit of like home vibes. I'm from London. No, not from London.
You are not from London. What are you talking about? Okay, just to let you know, I was living 10 years in London. At least I can claim it.
Now, you know what? It's because when we're in Asia, like, people don't know where Birmingham is, so I just say London. Okay, but now a lot of you guys know where probably some parts of the UK. So I'm from Birmingham, I'm from the UK, and Polly's from Poland and spent a lot of time in London. So we were kind of missing like home-ish vibes of built-in city
life, see what's going on, the busyness and stuff like this. So we were between 2 cities actually, between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. And Ho Chi Minh called Saigon. So for those of you who don't know, probably from the small Saigons. You know the Saigons? I know they call in Polish. How they call? Spring rolls.
Spring rolls.
In Polish, they call it Saigon. Okay, so Hanoi, we were between two cities, between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. Hanoi is more quiet vibes. It's not super quiet because not a village, but it's more like a neighborhood style. Everyone know each other roughly. On the other hand, Ho Chi Minh is like, I was laughing, is like Asian London. It's so busy, lifetime, nightlife is so like abundant, so many shops, so many restaurants, it's just crazy, so many people. And we were like, do you know what, after being 6 months in Bali, let's experience a little bit of that multicultural, of that metropolitan vibes. That's why we chosen Ho Chi Minh.
And last thing we'll say about this is Ho Chi Minh is down south, Hanoi is up north. There are obviously other places that you can check out, maybe like in around the center of Vietnam, but that will be for you for like your personal preference.
Yeah.
Depends on what you actually particularly want to experience in Vietnam. One thing we will say, from what we saw, it seems like there's so many different varieties of different types of holidays or experiences you can get from Vietnam. So whatever you're feeling is, if you want like more of a beachy vibes, you can get that in Vietnam. If you want more built-in city, you can get that. If you want more like neighborhood, homely type of vibes, you can get that. So do the research for what you particularly want. For us, Ho Chi Minh was perfect, and we would definitely recommend everyone, if you are going to Vietnam, definitely check out Ho Chi Minh while you're there.
Number 5, and is one of my favorites, is accommodation. Boy, it's so important for us, at least wherever we go, we want to feel like home. So wherever we go, we're actually choosing something that it will feel like a home vibes. What does it mean? Really important is kitchen. And actually in the Bali, that was a kind of issue. It was very difficult to find places with a kitchen. On the other hand, here in Vietnam, especially based on where we were, so Ho Chi Minh, majority of the places are having a kitchen, are having a washing machine, having everything that you will wish to have at home. And it is 2 websites that we recommend, and the classics.
Classics.
Booking.com and Airbnb. So we stayed in Airbnb for both our stays. We were, like we mentioned, 30 days, and we picked 2 weeks. We usually do this, 2 weeks and 2 weeks. And both of the flats, they were like 1-bedroom flats with wardrobes, full bathroom, balcony, washing machine, full equipped kitchen, huge fridge, living area, and a bedroom. And roughly prices in Vietnam, especially in Ho Chi Minh, is around 30 to 35 pounds, which is that much in dollars.
And what you'll notice as well, from if you are looking in Ho Chi Minh or some of the places in Vietnam, you notice that the way that the apartments are set out are very similar. Like you'll notice that it looks like almost like a not carbon copy, but like a very similar copy. This apartment looks the same layout, this apartment is the same layout. But what you'll find in general is a lot of the apartments are high-rise buildings, and you actually do have a lot of shops underneath, so different like convenience stores, different stores that you can go to. So amenities, generally, you have things very close to you to be able to get like essentials or basic things that you need throughout the days or throughout the nights.
Not only that, if you're searching for a stay in Vietnam, majority of the places got gym included, facilities, and swimming pool, which is so cool. Like basically you will see all our stays in Vietnam, we did enjoy a lot. We had the swimming pool, so you can go, you can chill, you can swim, you can build your muscles, and everything is included in the price. And like Josh mentioned, you've got the shops around, you've got the neighborhoods, and it's just so cool. Like Vietnam is the place that I would definitely like to come back. He knows. I'm like, oh my gosh. When we were leaving after 30 days, I was like, definitely I feel like I want to stay more. But our visa was already
Yeah, and even I'm considering now for us to go back because the food was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
But actually, let's not talk about the food yet.
I can't believe it. He said, do you know what? What do you think if we go back for 1 week to Vietnam? I was like, oh, really? You want to come back? Yeah, the food. The food. I was like, you want to go back for food?
But let's not dive into that right now, because what we're going to do, these are 5 things that we recommend you find out before you go to Vietnam. We are going to be doing another video very soon, like literally probably this week as well that you're seeing this video. 5 things to know that we wish we knew as well while we're actually in Vietnam. So that's going to be covering food, a lot of the things that you're going to need to know when you're actually there. So make sure to look out for that video. It will be coming out very, very soon.
And actually, going back to the topic about accommodation, Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, Saigon is divided by areas. So you will see by searching your apartment that some places like got concentrated apartments and some of them they do not have. So we stay in 2 different areas. First, our apartment is in Quan, and Quan is a district.
Yeah, there's 12 different districts in Ho Chi Minh, and we were staying in basically district 4.
It was the first one. This one was really close to everything, seriously. Close to the market, close to the streets with the restaurants.
Most of the Airbnbs are here. So if you're on Airbnb, literally highly likely that the apartments that you're looking at is Quan Pho.
And the second apartment that we moved was a little bit further and was in the area called
Binh Tan, if that's how you pronounce it.
Binh Tan, sounds good to me. It was a Binh Tan. It was a little bit further from the central. However, we had an amazing neighborhood. Basically, we had in front of us was a huge shopping mall where it was a cinema, supermarket, different shop with clothes, cosmetics, everything. Sometimes we didn't move anywhere, we were just walking. So we didn't use much transport, but transport we're going to cover in our second part. And here we are. We completed the 5 points that you need to know before traveling to Vietnam. Just to let everyone know, Vietnam, we loved it. We're going to go back. But what
Not
is
just
really...
for the food.
Yeah, right. But what is really important to know the other 5 points. 5 points, what to do while you're there. Where to go, how to go, what to do, and so much more. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, you took any values whatsoever, of course, give us a thumbs up and a like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, this is the opportunity. Smash also notification bell icon so you never miss our new traveling gems coming every single week.
And also definitely let us know which part of Vietnam I know which part of Vietnam you are thinking about going to, or if you're considering going somewhere else and you're not too sure whether you are going to Vietnam or anywhere else. Let us know in the comments, because if we've been there, we can definitely give some advice if you are going to Vietnam or if you're not. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you in the next video and all our other videos. Peace.
We love you, we kiss you, miss you.